Hi, this is John McColl and welcome. This is to give you more info about me. I've been in full-time practice here since 2008. Prior to that, I was a foreman for a number of years. I've been in middle management for a number of years. I have a background in marine engineering. I've done a fair bit of work designing boats and things like that. I've worked as a truck driver, a crane driver. I've worked as a labourer. I've worked in automotive spare parts and accessories, marine spare parts. I built my own 44-foot steel yacht and clocked up 8,500 nautical miles sailing around the South Pacific. That's about a third of the circumference of the planet. I've experienced depression, low self-esteem. In the past, I've been into alcohol, smoked cigarettes, I've been into drugs. Yeah, I've been around. So I look alright for 103, don't I? And of course, all those various experiences we have influence us and how we see the world. More about my training, that would sort of give you a bit of an insight with me too. My training, there's a big overlap in a lot of psychologists, psychotherapists and psychiatrists training. That is, we're looking at things from a very traditional perspective, and it's based on a lot of Freud's work. A lot of it started there, and Jung, and many others. It goes without saying. My training took a total of 7 years. It's a long time, isn't it? 7 years. This was part-time. This is 1 and 2 nights a week for 7 years. Now, I didn't start out when I first started to complete all these different courses. I just started off because I found them interesting. Remember, the first course that I did was Ancient Wisdom, and then I did a course called Self-Empowerment, and then Cosmogenesis, Anthropogenesis, the advanced form of self-empowerment, which was psychosynthesis. And I'm just doing all these courses just because I found them very interesting, stimulating. At the time, I had a very high pressure job and it was a bit of an escape, to be honest. So after 3 years of doing these courses, 4 years after doing these courses, then I had the option of hanging in there for another 3 years and finishing psychotherapy and hypnotherapy, and that's basically how that all came about. My training was a combination of philosophy, psychology, and religion. And I say religion; it wasn't religious, but it was about. And for the record, neither am I. People who are religious, I fully honour that, as long as they're not hurting anyone. But the course itself, it was about looking at the higher or deeper aspect of who we are. And that, of course, that's been a theme for what I've been interested in, going all the way back to as far back as I can remember. The course itself is a bit different in that regard. I mean, we are mind, body, spirit. Those 3 elements are very much interconnected. When one goes down, it tends to pull the others down with it. But the good news is, it also goes the other way. So I hope that gives you a bit more insight into me, what I'm about, my background, my training. My main specialty is in helping people to change their habits, change their program. And that's something that's interested me for a very, very long time. And that's changed their program, whether we're talking about cigarettes or cannabis or weight loss or self-empowerment or that automatic behaviour. And of course, we operate from that 80 to 90% of the day, and hypnosis, not for everyone, for the vast majority of us, is the most effective way to change that automatic behaviour. And you could say that's the main tool I have in my toolbox, but certainly not the only one. So I'll leave you with it. All the best.